My computer hates me.
Yep, guess it does. So
So,
Hastus and Melina are walking down a road leading up out of the Stolen Lands towards Brevoy. It's a cold autumn day. The grasses are various colors. There's a few late blossoms of some of these strange plants that grow in these parts. And in the distance, they can see a series of standing stones marking a border to the left and right, the road they'll have to cross. Hastus has been telling Melina recently that word might be getting out that he is possibly the son of the late Rogarvia, House Rogarvia, one of the last living scions. And that's making him a bit uneasy, now that they have their little dominion set up back to the south. He asks what she thinks.
how did word get out about this? I thought that it was kind of a down low thing with your family.
Asta says, he's not really sure, but he does remember telling everyone in their little circle about it. So, I don't know. Maybe Yasin got drunk, he says.
He does seem like a lightweight.
Asta chuckles. And, the stones of the path are quite well made. So, their footsteps echo. What kind of shoes is Melina wearing?
She's, wearing her new shoes that she got from the journey.
Uh-huh. Really nice hard-soled shoes.
No, they're
That
still
clack,
really
clack.
fancy.
Okay.
Completely impractical for hiking.
Unfortunately for her, they're on a paved road. It looks quite old. Hastus comments that it was probably an ancient Taldan road to have survived this long in such good condition.
I can make a better
standing.
one.
Hastus just smirks. I'm sure. The standing stones are drawing closer now. And Hastus is watching them, slightly uneasy. Melina knows that these sorts of stones were erected a long time ago, but not by any ancient civilizations. Rather, they're usually erected by druidic orders to mark places of significance. Although, with the state of disrepair that these stones are in, you're thinking that the druidic order may have collapsed a long time ago. Nothing like Clay's order or anything.
They might have left some ancient relics that might be worth some money.
Yeah, you think that probably not. Druids tend not to make things. They just use their magic. The
Marlena
rocks.
knows that, but she's also hopeful.
Yeah. Hastus says, these things give me the fucking creeps.
I like looking at them. They just kind of have like a nice little bit of history with them.
And as Melina looks at them in the distance, make me a perception check.
I believe it's that. Yep.
That's fine.
Despite her getting new stuff,
Yeah.
she's still
You-
forgot to
you
get new
look-
glasses.
You're looking at the stones, and you get sort of a weird feeling, but it's not really that much. It's kind of cold, so maybe it's just you shivering. And as you draw closer to the stones, Hastus puts a hand on Melina's shoulder and says, "Wait." And he points. And you can see a dog. A dog's tail wagging out from behind one of the stones. He gives Melina a look. I don't think we're alone.
Melina chugs her mutagen and just kind
Hastus
of
thinks-
like motions fast is just kind of stay here for just a second. She's got this.
All right.
She walks forward a few steps and says, "All right, come out." The whole kind of jumping people. That's kind of boring. Come on now, have some flair with what you're doing.
You hear in the distance possibly what sounds like an annoyed scoff. As two men step out from behind one of the stones. One of the men looks like he has a shiny, fancy breastplate similar to Hastus's, and has a large shield with a wicked spike on it on one of his arms. Actually, no. There's a large shield with a wicked spike on it hanging off his hip, and a sword on the other. And in his hands is a bow, and perched on his shoulder is possibly the biggest hunting bird you have ever seen. The other man seems to be clad in chainmail, and he holds a large greatsword in both of his hands. You can see he's wearing some kind of necklace that's quite large. And at his right side, there is a very mean-looking mastiff, which is probably the dog you saw wagging its tail earlier. The man with the bow shouts out, "All right!"
Alright, you guys look like you have some money, Melina interrupts as he says that. Hand it over.
The guy says, Miss Von Witt, I do not believe you are in any position to be making demands. By order of House Sertova, Melina Von Witt and Hastus Atellus are hereby... No, we are under... Yeah, he kind of stutters for a second. He goes, "We are under authority from House Sertova to bring your heads to the king." And then his companion nudges him and says, "Not the king, the king regent."
Like, just our heads? I could probably,
says,
like,
"The
kick
bounty-
up some duplicates for you.
The bounty for you, Miss Von Witt, is higher if you're alive. As for your companion,
Do I get the bounty if I turn myself in?
no," he says. "Prepare yourself."
And with that, Melina chugs on a shield extract.
Okay. Whew. Initiative time. Yep. He's like, "I guess that means you're not surrendering, eh?"
Why would I surrender when I have money that I could collect on myself? Also, you guys look like you have some money. Who am I to back out for money?
Alright. I'll add you on. Masters just
super.
goes, "Two guys who can probably take it."
I kind of want the dog. She just kind of like looks at him blankly.
It might not want you, Estes says.
It'll learn to love me. Well, I thought I will, Dad. Oh, and there's the hawk.
Pretty much. Fucking Hawks, man.
Let me just bump up my little AC number right here.
I keep pressing the wrong one. Fuck. Alright. Hastus leaps into action. Your opponents are about 60 feet away, you note. So, much further than you could probably throw a bomb accurately. But Hastus draws his sword as he goes running towards them. It looks like he's able to get just in range. Actually, you know what? He won't. He advances, and he says, Melina, behind my shield.
You know my skin's thicker than your shield, right?
He says, come on. And he's like, I'm not going to argue about it.
Well, he just kind of shrugs.
Yep. Melina, you notice Hastus seems like he noticed something. But he's not quite sure if he did. And he says, Melina, watch the right.
And Melina looks over towards that way.
Yep. Make me a perception check.
Alright, I can do this. No, I can't.
You don't really see anything. The wind is sort of whipping over the grass and making it wave. So you're not really sure what Hastus is trying to point out to you.
You mean the grass? Are they druids?
Hastus doesn't respond. The man with the bow takes aim. And he fires a shot. Actually, he points at Hastus. And he says, Pretender! The last day is now! And now it's Melina's turn.
What do you mean by pretender? Also, why is there a bounty on us? Melina steps forward, carefully measures the distance between them, shrugs, and smears a... Oh.
Skype crashed. So, Melina sees...
Melina walks forward a little bit, carefully measures the distance.
Alright, it's
seeing
30
that
foot.
it's a bit far, she...
Oh, no, wait. It isn't quite Melina's turn, actually.
Oh.
So, he shouts something at Hastus. And then, he whistles. And the dog and the falcon start to mobilize. The falcon swoops down and tries to claw at Melina.
And Melina will attempt to evade.
Alright.
I have to look up what that number is.
So
What is
the
my...
talon slashes at her as the bird squawks. Actually, that's an 18. I forgot.
Well, it hits.
Okay. So the talon rakes Melina, probably on the top of her head.
My hairdo! That's the only thing it messes up.
Okay, it undoes your hair with the swipe, which may be the most grievous injury you receive in this fight.
How dare you?
Now it's Melina's turn. So you already moved. You got a
Yes,
standard and all
I
that.
moved. And... seeing as... she's probably going to need it very badly, she slathers Cat's Grace on herself. Upping her AC by another 2 and increasing her evade.
As you reach for the potion, the bird strikes, and it actually attempts to shatter the potion bottle. So this is versus your combat maneuver defense, I believe.
Oh god, I suck at that. Oh, that definitely hits it. I don't even have to check.
The talon swipes and shatters the bottle.
Hey, I only have like 2 more of those.
Yeah. Anything else?
Did that take up my action?
Yes. Regrettably.
As a swift action, I'm gonna glare at it.
Yes. It seems unfazed. You hear barking. As the dog comes bounding over. And it tries to strike Hastus. That is more than enough. Hastus brings his shield down and tries to parry, or block the dog's biting. And he does so without too much effort. The dog kind of recoils as he smacks it on the nose. You see the guy with the sword grab the amulet on his chest, and he starts saying things. Meanwhile,
I hate magic users.
pretty much. The eagle starts trying to claw Melina's face off. And it seems like it'll probably do a pretty damn good job of it. It looks quite vicious. It's actually a falcon. I say eagle. Righto. Any of those do anything?
All of those hit.
Okay.
And Melina doesn't try to evade them at all. She takes 0 damage.
Yep, it claws at your face, and aside from it sort of nicking the lip of one of your eyelids once with a talon.
She kind of just like stands there, arms crossed, and just kind of like looks past the dude. It's just like, you know, this isn't doing anything, right?
The two dudes kind of look at each other like, fuck. Or rather, the guy with the bow looks at his friend and sees that their animals are not even affecting Melina at all. You're like, shit. Ugh. So, Hastus. strikes the dog. Like, he just doesn't even give a fucking shit. He just goes, I regret this. And his sword comes down. And he chops it right at the back of the neck, and the dog falls limp.
Oh, I just realized that Cat's Grace doesn't even increase my armor because my max mod for my dex is 5.
What's your dex normally?
Normally it is 16, I believe.
Okay, it would increase your dex, because you go up to like 20, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, I have my dex mutagen on, which makes it 20.
Oh. Okay. Well, it would increase your evade.
Then it would.
So, the dog falls limp at Hastus's feet. And, yeah, you see the guy with the bow just kind of cast it aside. And then he, reaches into his pocket for what looks like a tree branch. And, he shakes it over his weapons while muttering things.
Oh, I hate magic.
Yep. Melina's up. The dog, is bleeding out on the ground next to you, and the eagle continues its assault ineffectively.
Melina just kind of, like, walks past the, falcon, provoking attacks, and over the dog.
Yeah, it tries to trip you. Which, provokes from you, actually, if you have a weapon out.
I do not, because I was gonna use bombs.
Yep. It tries to scrape your leg. How's that versus your CMD?
My CMD is 19.
So it catches on your pant leg and tugs very hard, like a lot harder than you think an eagle ought to, or a falcon, or whatever the fuck this thing is. But you manage to pull away, and it sort of tears a little hole in your pants.
I just got these. I look at the dude.
Yep, he seems ready.
Alright. And then I move right here.
Yep, they're about 5 feet apart from each other.
I'm going to throw a bomb at this. Actually, no, the one that's using magic. Because fuck magic.
Yeah, that guy?
Yep.
Do it.
Oh, gosh, where's my... Aha, plus 10. Oh!
Okay. Looks like you may crit.
Oh yeah, there's a crit confirm thing.
Yeah, roll to confirm. Oh, yes.
Alright, so that is 64 plus 10.
No, actually. It's... You only get to double the first d6. And your intelligence modifier. So it's, I don't know, probably 46 plus 10.
Alright.
Does he get to, try and have the damage?
Dude next to him does get to do a reflex save for half.
Okay, so he doesn't.
He does not.
He just takes it.
Also, the other dude, he only takes 14 maximum because it minimizes all dies.
Hmm.
The splash.
Okay. So,
and it is a...
You hit the heavily armored two-handed guy just straight in the fucking chest. and there is a whoosh of flame, and you hear him shout in surprise and pain.
And he is now on fire.
Yeah. The guy next to him, however, attempts to roll out of the way.
I actually have to look up what the DC is for this.
It is half your alchemist level plus your intelligence modifier plus 10, I believe. Bombs are scary.
17, I think. Yeah.
He doesn't make it. So you torch them both. But they remain standing.
So,
Seems this guy's quite tough.
about that money that you owe me. Melina says, just like tossing components for her next bomb.
The guy on fire, he moves away. He runs over to the safety of this pillar, and I think he takes fire damage. So roll that.
Yes. 1 point of fire damage.
Painful. All right. You see, if you look over, he's not actually trying to hide. He's just, you see, he might have gotten some cover from you, but not full cover. You hear water splashing behind the pillar.
Fuck you too. I hate
The
clerics.
eagle. Yeah, pretty much. The eagle soars over, and seeing that it really isn't affecting you terribly, it attempts to claw your eyes out. So, here we go.
Yeah, it has a minus for CMB. Oh wait, no, it's a massive eagle, never mind.
Yeah, it's pretty big. So it just like swoops down, and you can hear it on the wind, and as you reflexively turn to look in the direction of your assailant, it smashes into your face. Okay, your CMD is 19, you said?
Yes, I'm going to try to evade that.
Okay.
Ha!
Nice. Alright, so as it attempts to smash itself into your face, you duck. And its talons go swinging over your head.
I'm gonna kill your bird if it just keeps trying to do that stuff.
Behind you, though, you hear screaming.
Oh gosh.
And as you look, ignoring the bird completely because it's an idiot,
I have no
you
reason
see,
to pay attention to it.
you see a woman in shining, like a shining chainmail shirt, with a small shield on one arm, and a long pointed weapon on her other, heading like straight for you guys. She gets about this close. Which is dumb of her, because Hastus was waiting. And he moves in and tries to strike her.
House is sort of assuming that these people are going to be a little bit stronger.
He's like, they're bounty hunters. They come in all shapes and sizes.
Melina thinks back to the people that her father's hired over the years and just kind of nods knowingly.
Alright, let's see. Hastus's devastating kill the fuck out of you attack. That'll hit. But she will attempt to block. So you see that Hastus is swinging, and he's moving uphill, so it's a bit difficult for him. She's moving downhill, and so when he tries to slash her with a sword, she brings her shield up. And deflects Hastus's attack. Possibly to your surprise.
Hastus, people could block you? I just kind of like look at him, completely ignoring the rest of the fight.
Hastus, doesn't say anything.
I honestly thought that was impossible.
The man with the sword and shield moves up and gets in your face and tries to strike you with his sword. So 22.
I'm going to try to evade.
Okay. He swings, and you just barely avoid it by sort of leaning to the side. It looks a bit like a dance move. It's your turn.
So about that money, she says.
Shut up, woman! He shouts at you.
Oh no, he did not just call me woman. Melina, knowing full well that this is going to provoke attacks, goes to throw a point-blank bomb at the man.
Oh yes. So you draw out your bomb components. As you do, he tries to strike the vial from your hand before it is prepared. So this is versus your CMD. Oh. Oh ho. The eagle, of course, gets a chance to do the same. Seems like this guy and his eagle really know what they're on about.
I'm going to try to evade that.
Do you have any evades left?
You
just used one, and I don't believe you have uncanny dodge.
I don't think so.
Okay. You're out, unfortunately. And, the guy seems to be shouting to his eagle in a language you don't understand. And, it seems they're both trying to swing for your arm as you ready another potion. And you manage to pull it out of the way of his ill-timed sword swipe. But it goes right into the waiting talons of the eagle, and it knocks it from your grasp, and the incomplete bomb shatters on the ground, sizzling.
You people are extremely rude. I was using that.
I am literally trying to kill you! I think I get a pass!
You said you were going to take me alive.
You didn't surrender! Meanwhile, Melina hears chanting behind the pillar. And the guy in front of her just gets fucking buff instantly. And the little fucking falcon here tries to claw her back again.
Just a question. I have all my normal items, right?
All your what nows?
All my normal items, like my poisons
Yes.
and stuff.
Yes, you do.
Huh.
1 second. Yeah, I mean, you should. I don't see why you wouldn't. I mean, you're going traveling with Hastus. So, how do those look?
Like, I'm still probably not gonna take any damage.
Yes, this eagle seems to change between brilliance and stupidity, because clearly his talons aren't having any effect. Meanwhile, Hastus dukes it out with whoever the fuck that is. Does Melina spare a glance?
Melina does a slight glance.
Okay. Melina sees that Hastus is fighting someone quite skilled, actually. She has a long, pointed longsword. It doesn't look like it has an edge, it just has a point. And she's using it quite effectively to try and needle Hastus, and it seems he's on the defensive. You've seen Hastus use this same kind of blade, actually. He called it an estoc. Hastus attempts to deflect her blow.
Oh.
And does so without any trouble. So he kind of slams with his shield, and sends her strike flying wide. And he himself attempts to strike her. So you're about to see the majesty of a fighter versus fighter combat. That's pretty good. Seems like that strike gave him the advantage. She's looking pretty uncertain on her feet. Seems Hastus hit her stance off. And she hit his stance off when she blocked him, but it seems it's much more effective when he does it to her for some reason. Possibly because her fighting style relies more on footwork. So, it looks like they're dancing with each other almost.
Melina's happy that Hastus finally found someone.
Yeah. And she sort of parries his strike with her estoc, pushing it out of the way.
So Hastus, when were you going to introduce me to the missus?
Melina's gloating is cut short as the man in front of her goes, "This one! She's the threat!" And Melina feels like she's almost been marked by that guy's voice.
Melina feels slightly violated being woked.
Yeah, kind of nasty. And he attempts to strike you with his sword again. Only this time he attempts to trip you, which provokes from you if you have a weapon out.
I do not, because I was going to do that on my next turn.
Okay.
I could punch him, but that's gonna provoke attacks.
Unless you have the close weapon group, you can't. You don't threaten any squares with your punches. So, he swipes for your leg.
I try to evade that because my turn did go past.
Yes.
Damn it.
Unfortunately, as you try to jump over his sword like you're playing jump rope, you misjudge it a bit, and he catches you in the back of the leg.
If you wanted to get me on the ground and be with me, then just say something. You're not that bad looking. Melina checks to see if her mental assault has any effect.
Not much. He does 11 damage to you and knocks you on your ass.
Damn.
If that has any effect. I think he exceeded your CMD, so you lose your armor bonus to a damage reduction. So he may have actually wounded you.
Yeah, I did take that.
Alright, Melina's turn.
With CMD, basically, if you exceed it at all, then you just take the CMD at all. You just take damage. You know, it's really weird to hit a woman.
He doesn't even respond.
Hasn't
He
your
looks
mother
like-
taught you any better?
Is that what you're doing? You're trying to taunt him?
Well, no, I'm also going to, stand up, provoking attacks.
Alright, as you try to stand, you are assaulted on both sides. The eagle attacks your eyes, and he tries to kick you in the... He tries to sword you in the junk. So... You are at a -4 for these attacks, I believe. So, are you just gonna account for that, or should I add them in as a bonus?
Add those in, because I'm going to instantly forget about it.
Okay. Right, the eagle, I don't know, it tries to rub shit in your eyes. But to no avail. The man himself tries to kick you in the groin with his sword, so it's not really a kick.
He's just, like, stabbing me in the vag. Got it.
I mean, he is kind of mad, you think. $34. Holy crap.
Oh, God.
Yep, it's 19, right?
Oh, that's CMB?
Yep.
Yep.
So, Melina, you feel just terrible pain as this guy hits you straight in the snatch with the blade of his sword. Your pants provide no protection. And, he cuts you pretty bad, too. This is definitely not a nice move to pull off on someone. So you take... You take 8 damage.
And as this is happening,
You are
he sees
sickened.
some of the wounds on Melina singe shut.
Yeah, you are sickened for 4 rounds.
I have to look up what that does.
It reduces basically all your skills and attacks and damages by 2.
Oh.
Yeah. So you're just like, oh! For the next 4 rounds, you feel like someone just, I don't know, stuck a red-hot poker.
Look, man, I like it rough, but that's a little too rough for me.
Let's see, what's a good icon to represent this? Good! Maybe now you'll start taking me seriously.
Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Mhm. Righto. The guy behind this this pillar sort of edges out about 10 feet. And you see him clutch his amulet, and you notice he kind of just glows white. And looks like he's feeling a little better.
Oh, if he's channeling energy, then
It
should
doesn't
affect
hit you.
everything in a radius.
Yeah, you're not in the radius, though.
God
He
damn it.
carefully edged it so that you wouldn't be. Alrighty, the eagle looms over you and tries to hit you in the eyes again. These guys looks like they're just gonna debuff the shit out of you until you give up. Possibly. Actually, the eagle tries to pin you to the ground. And that is versus your CMD.
And the eagle knows that CMD is my one weakness. And I try to evade this.
Ah, yes. As the eagle tries to drop down and pin your arms to the ground, you definitely roll out of the way, even though it feels like oh shit. Oh yeah, you still do it even though you're second. Okay. Yep, you roll out of the way because fuck that eagle. Meanwhile, Hastus fights. So good job dodging the eagle. That would not have been good for you. I think Hastus would be making more headway, but this lady's doing well. She tries to needle Hastus. And misses spectacularly. Hastus just deflects it off the side, and her misstep gives him the opening he needs. He strikes. Whew. It's not good for her. She tries to bring her little shield up to parry his blow. And is not successful. Hastus' strike cleaves into her. 4. $37 damage. He goes right for her shoulder because he sees that one side has like a little pauldron and the other one doesn't. And he strikes the one that doesn't. And his sword just cleaves into her arm. And as Melina's struggling, she can see that he almost takes her arm off. If she was made of less, if she was a lesser woman, she would probably have died in that single hit. She staggers back, and Hastus is just readying his sword behind his shield.
As he comes back around to this man, I say, Alright, alright. You say I'm worth more to you alive. I propose something to you.
What?
Fight me one-on-one, just fist. If you manage to knock me out, I'll go with you willingly after that.
No, he says, and starts wailing on you. He's not an idiot.
I was trying.
So, his sword comes crashing down.
You're a man of physical combat. I'm a 19-year-old girl.
My eagle didn't even phase you.
That's because your eagle sucks.
You take that back! And his weapons come slamming down onto you. This hit your touch? And you're on the ground. Oh, are you on the ground? No, you're not. You're just sickened.
Let's see what my touch is.
Seems like you pissed him off, though.
My touch is 15.
Oh. So, the sword and the shield come out at the same time trying to
I'm
hit you.
going to try to dodge the... No, wait, I dodged the eagle. Can't. Damn.
Ah, yes. That's right. Combat reflexes would come in handy, wouldn't it?
Yes, especially whenever you have high intelligence. But when you need all your feats for discoveries, man.
Yep. That sucks. And Hastus is over there fighting what's-her-face. But don't worry, I think you just defeated her. And you probably think the same, so all you have to do is hold out for a little while longer. So both the sword and the shield slam into you?
Yep.
Bam! Bam!
Alright, that is 5 damage and 2 damage.
He just wails on you as you lie there. And now you're up.
And my second goes down by 1. Let me just modify that. Alright, what's that one thing that's... I think it's total defense?
Yeah, you do it as a standard action. It gives you, I think it's 2 dodge AC. No, it gives you a bonus to evade in this system. Evade or block.
I'm gonna find that real quick. Okay, so it adds a +4 to my evade, I guess.
Yep. Or whatever defensive technique you decide to use this round. So you have a move action left if you decide to go full defense.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna stay put.
Okay. The cleric guy mutters to himself, and then you can see him just sort of like holding his greatsword out as he points it at you and clutches his amulet. And then, sort of folding out of the greatsword, are these blue wispy emanations, sort of like a mist. It's coming out of the sword, and then it goes just like a foot away from the sword and then stops and twists in the air and then forms another sword, except it's blue, and it looks like something else. And
That's
he
a
points at
spiritual
you.
weapon.
He points at you. And the sword comes flying.
Shouldn't you people try to do non-lethal hits? Come on now.
Not the best sword I've ever drawn. And it strikes you. But I think you dodge it without even trying. So, it swings over your head. The hawk tries to gouge your eyes. How's that?
God damn it. That is... God damn it.
Damn. That was with the bonus and all?
Yep.
Alright,
I rolled a 4.
You are trying your hardest. You are dancing as fast as you fucking can. But these guys are attacking you from all sides, and they're not letting up. So, as you try and avoid this guy swinging his sword angrily and trying to hit you with that spike on his shield, which looks pretty nasty, the hawk clocks you in the eye with a talon, and the world goes black for a second. You're blinded for 1 round.
If I heal, can I get rid of the blinded?
You can take a move action to get rid of it, but that's it.
Okay.
You hear footsteps, and they don't sound like Hastus's footsteps. And you can hear him shout, "That's right, fuck off!" And you can presume that this lady is retreating. After
Wait,
Hastus
can't I
gave
do
her
multiple evades if I take, like, my move action standard?
only if you have combat reflexes.
Oh.
Otherwise, you only get the one. And if you have a shield, you can use your swift action as a block. According to Ego now. Which gives Hastus many, many chances to deflect attacks. You hear Hastus's boots coming closer. Melina! What the fuck? And you hear the
Get
birds.
the dude, not the bird. The bird's kind of useless.
You hear the bird squawking. As Hastus attacks the first thing he can get close to. So you actually shouted that to him?
Yes.
He'll reconsider then, and he'll go after the guy. So he'll move from where he was and get in this guy's face. He's like, "Stop fucking beating up on Melina!" He goes, "What the fuck?"
He stabbed my vagina.
Are you fucking serious? Hastus shouts at the guy as his sword comes swinging. It's just a prank, bro.
That hurt worse than a raged Ormog in bed.
That's kind of dark.
That is.
Hastus seems to have a height advantage on this dude. He's standing a bit on the hillock. Right now. Oh, Hastus. His swing goes wide over this guy's head. Not that you can see it.
Probably a little bit distracted from the Ormog comment.
He's like, "Wait, what, Melina?" Yeah. And Melina is unfortunately she doesn't even see it coming. As this guy tries to fucking slam her again. So, when she's blind, she loses her dexterity bonus to AC. And other opponents get a +2 to hit her automatically. So it is extremely hard to deflect attacks while you are blind.
My total AC is now 26, I believe.
So, bam, bam!
God damn it.
It is unpleasant what is occurring to you. He slams his sword and shield into your body. And I believe both of those bypass.
Yep.
Bypass you entirely.
And Melina normally would be dead, but thankfully she has fast healing.
Yes. How much does that heal you?
5 attune.
Okay, good.
And I have 4 uses of it left.
You think everything's going fine for a second, and then you feel the shield spike drive into your belly. If you'd like to do a death scream, now would be the time.
Melina just like looks at him as the sword's coming down and it's just like, "Your mother raised a terrible person." She falls down.
Okay, so Melina is unconscious, I believe, on her turn. So her wound's knit, correct?
Yes.
She's a little bit less sickened, but this guy really did a number on you. I mean, he chopped your vagina. That's fucking dirty.
Yeah.
And Hastus is alone with 2 angry men and an eagle.
In 2 turns, I get to wake up.
Righto. Sword guy moves in. Or rather, sword guy... Yeah, sword guy commands his sword to strike at Hastus. As he closes in. So the sword... Yeah. Sword flies over and attacks Hastus. As is typical. And it misses him entirely. Which goes, in the name of the Lord of Law. And the sword misses him. Like it was afraid. Meanwhile, the eagle tries to position itself around Hastus. Melina is dimly aware of what's going on around her, because she is quick on the path to consciousness again.
As Melina sees the blow of the sword just completely miss Hastus, she kind of like sputters unconscious and through the blood. You suck.
Her stomach wound is kind of like burbling. Normally people would consider that like she's dying, but Melina knows that it's just her body rapidly repairing itself.
There's a faint steam probably coming off of her at this point.
Yeah. It's crazy shit. Hastus just goes... You hear Hastus like shouting, just, he's the maddest motherfucker you have ever heard. And he brings his sword down at this guy. This motherfucker. Who chopped Melina's vagina. That is
like...
Who the fuck do you think you are?
That is messed up to do.
Who the fuck do you think you are? This guy was not counting on like this young Talon to actually be good with this sword. He wasn't paying as much attention as Melina, because Melina's quite intelligent. She can keep her eyes on multiple things at the same time. This guy, not so much. He did not notice how Hastus defeated his companion in a single hit. And so, when Hastus comes a-swinging, he attempts to evade.
Oh, by the way, did you ever figure out what the bane of the sword is?
Yes, it's Fadebane.
Oh.
But what Hastus did when he only moved 30 feet was whisper to his blade and make it Human Bane as well.
Oh. Yeah,
Only they
because
didn't quite
you're
catch
like
that.
magical and shit now.
Yeah, Hastus is. He's kind of magic. So this guy tries to dodge Hastus' strike, but Hastus just goes, "Fuck you," and hits him.
I want to say that Hastus is now more magical than Melina.
Hits him for that much fucking damage. So Melina sees Hastus just like fucking cleave into this guy's collarbone, and there's just... he shatters the dude's clavicle. You hear the crunch as his sword hits him. And the guy just like gurgles in agony.
You know, like, whenever Melina and Hastus get back together, she's going to be upset that he's more magical than her.
Right. Because she'll totally be able to notice.
Hey, she was in Wizard High School for a little bit.
True.
And she does have a decent spellcraft.
This guy is not looking so good. He tries to double attack Hastus, but it is not as effective as it was on Melina. So let's see. He just got obliterated. So gives him something. He swings at Hastus, and it's surprisingly effective. Hastus, though, attempts to block both attacks. Yep. Melina can see Hastus like whirling like a dervish, just smacking it, like blocking this guy's shield spike with his own, and then parrying his sword. And time passes over Melina. She probably feels a little bit better. Cleric guy. Melina feels something washing over her.
Oh.
It's a good feeling. Warm.
Okay.
Like, the feeling of peeing your underwear when you're in the pool. And she heals
Melina
10
enjoys
damage.
this feeling for a moment before she realizes that that's probably blood. Oh, she's back up.
Melina feels healed. And she can open her eyes and all the world comes rushing back into her in a moment. And she just, her brain it works fast. So she quickly processes the fact that Hastus is rapidly being surrounded by his foes. But he doesn't seem to even have a scratch on him. Melina is a bit too slow to shout as the eagle swoops in and tries to attack Hastus in the back of the head.
I'm not even concerned. That eagle's kinda burpy. Oh no, this might be one of the 25% chance of it being useful, though. Oh no.
It rakes Hastus. Ooh.
Oh.
Let's see, how many blocks did Hastus use? 1, 2. He can block.
Yeah, that's
Maybe.
gonna hurt if you're not Melina.
Hastus turns around, puts his shield behind him briefly, and sort of like tries to smack the eagle away. And he does so. He sends the eagle for a tailspin, just sort of like spinning over itself in the air a bit. And the last claw rakes his shield and doesn't do any damage. Hastus figures it's time to finish what he started with this guy in front of him. And he draws his sword back and makes a strike.
So we found out Melina's limit is one man and a bird.
Yeah, if the man and the bird use combat maneuver checks on her.
Combat maneuver is like the one trump card against it.
It's pretty nasty. I should have had the lady join the fight sooner. But she wanted to be sneaky, because she's a sneaky bitch. Let's see if he can block this. Oh, let's see. Calculate the block. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Minus 1, so. Plus 13. No, I don't think that does it. So he brings his shield up to try and deflect Hastus' strike because he realizes this fucking stupid kid is tougher than he looks. But he's too slow. Too many mistakes. And Hastus guts him like a pig. He falls to his knees. Dead. Time washes over Melina. How does she feel?
Um, she does not use, another fast healing thing, but instead uses Cure Light Wounds.
Hmm. She drinks while on her back, which is good because now the guy isn't threatening her anymore.
Yeah. And she's healed for 13. Yay for not having to ult it.
Hmm.
Alchemists are slightly broken when it comes to healing.
Pretty good. Hey, that's pretty good.
And
Yep.
Melina kind of like says through the blood and the potion, "Alright, your friends are dead or they ran off. Come on now. Just give up. Give me your money. Give him your
The
armor."
guy, moves about this far away,
You just saw me come
and
back from the dead, man. Do you really want to
he
try to run?
he's running. Nothing you're saying is dissuading him, and he motions with his little amulet thing. Right, I forgot to heal him, and he goes, "Be not," and he motions at Hastus. And Hastus looks like he's on guard, but whatever the guy did, it didn't do anything. And he curses under his breath.
Can I try
You
to
can hear.
spellcraft what that was?
Yeah. Roll him.
I have to look at my bonuses. 11.
All right. Roll those bones.
Oh. Well, it's decent.
That might get it. Yes, that does get it, in fact. You realize that he was trying to cast Shatter, which destroys metallic objects, non-magical metallic objects.
Too bad that Hastus has a magical object.
Yes, you deduce quickly that he probably tried to target Hastus' sword.
I quickly remember that this was the same spell that gnome used, and just kind of hates this guy a little bit more. That was her favorite bow.
Oh, wow. You got your bow shattered?
Yeah,
Damn, that sucks.
I only
So,
have
yeah.
like 3 of them left.
He tried to shatter Hastus' sword, but it did nothing. And he's retreating now, you can see. The eagle... Oh, the eagle sees its master has fallen. And as this guy's shouting for it, it looks like it's a bit torn. And then it soars up into the sky. And on all sides, their foes are fleeing. So,
By the way,
Hastus-
when it comes
Hastus
to
and Melina.
Hastus, Melina says, "Hold off, wait for a second. She's gonna do something."
Okay. Hastus looks like he's ready to charge after that guy.
And Melina smears him with a paste that makes him feel a lot faster. For the next 5 minutes now, actually, his
Oh,
movement
yeah?
speed increases by 30 feet.
Oh, what is that?
Expeditious Retreat, I believe. I know that I have one of them that lasts hours and it's 10 feet, another one that lasts just a few minutes per level. What is that?
Oh, fuck. This guy's gonna regret wearing medium armor and not being a fighter.
Hastus. He's
Hastus
probably just like can casually walk there at an extremely hilariously sped up pace and just keep pace with this dude.
Hastus speeds over. The guy is just like completely focused on running, and he looks over his shoulder and he sees Hastus is there, and then the sword comes. He shouts, and here comes the Hastus train. This guy doesn't have a shield, unfortunately for him. So, good night, fuckboy. Ooh.
Yep, good night. Have I mentioned before that Hastus is scary?
He is scary alone, and then when he has a chance to buff, it's even worse. So he cleaves this guy, and you can just see the armor on his back getting totally rent. Oh yeah, and Hastus' sword does bleed damage. Everyone he's wounded in this fight might just be dying already. So this
And,
guy,
like, he had to just run after that one other woman whenever he's done with this and probably catch up.
yeah, possibly.
He moves,
Like
like,
this
twice
guy.
her movement.
This guy looks like he's in a bad way. He knows he's gonna die, it seems. And he turns around and tries to strike Hastus.
We won't kill you if you just give us all of your stuff.
He doesn't seem to be considering surrender as an option. No, it seems either retreat from the field of battle or surrender. Seems to be this guy's thing. So, you think your words aren't landing as he tries to hit Hastus hard.
Well, he just kind of shrugs. It's your funeral, pal.
He goes, Lord in Iron, be with me. Let me see if I can get any of these bonuses right.
You know, unless your gods are one of the evil ones, I'm kind of surprised that they're helping you kill people that's not really doing anything to you.
Oh, that's pretty good. It looks like Hastus and him are busy duking it out, so they don't have a chance to respond to Melina's quips.
She just kind of like sighs and is just like, I'm clever.
I know I'm clever. Come on, guys. He swings his greatsword as hard as he can, but Hastus sees that coming from a mile away. And Hastus doesn't even have to do anything. This guy just collapses on the ground and starts dying. And that's
Melina
that.
starts looting the bodies and says, oh, Hastus, might want to go run after the one woman. She's probably going to go get more people.
Yeah. And Hastus starts after her.
Melina loots the bodies.
And that's the end of that. Hastus and Melina emerge victorious against their foes.
Melina enjoys her new dog pelt coat.